I'm coming home, I'm coming home, tell the world I'm coming.
Hey guys, Galaxy today with another New World video, and I wanted to quickly talk about New World controller support. And basically, because if you don't know what a Steam Deck or something of that nature is, it's basically just like, imagine a handheld PC slash laptop with a Xbox slash PlayStation controller attached to it. That's kind of what it is. And the only reason I'm bringing this up, I know they've outlined it that it's going to be happening, I believe sometime around May. But until then, those sorts of devices that people have bought will not be able to, that would normally be able to run New World, will not be able to move around inside New World whether they want to or not, because I personally do have a ROG Ally, and like the Z1 Extreme, and it is like runs New World decently well, like considering it's a handheld device on laptop hardware effectively, and it's like 1080p medium settings or low settings, like mixture of low and medium settings, and it's like 50 FPS, which is plenty for New World. And mind you, that was inside Everfull, so one of the more populated server areas, I should say. So it's not too, it's pretty decent. So you can obviously tell these sorts of devices have enough horsepower to run New World, but since New World doesn't support controllers, they can't actually play the game properly unless they spend the extra money to dock the device and use a keyboard and mouse with it. So that's why I'm making this video, because they should be able to at least move around and do some basic stuff. Like maybe you shouldn't be aren't allowed through expeditions or something, for example. I'm not saying that they should do that or anything, I'm just using this as an example. They can't do that, or they can only have one weapon active at a time, for example. But they should be able to, do quests, interact with the world, and all that sort of thing, without being restricted, because they have a controller. And there is obviously some people that can't use a keyboard and mouse, whether that's due to injuries or something like that. But they should actually try and get a bit earlier in the than May, in my opinion. Should probably be when roughly you guys have seen this, to about March-ish, so be a couple months earlier, even though that, yes, turning something like New World into a controller friendly game isn't exactly the easiest thing, especially since you got, you know, 3 abilities per weapon. You need to switch between them at least pretty easily. Got your item slots here that you can hotkey to. You need to be able to switch out your armor and jewelry, weapons, any of your tools, all that sort of thing. So this should be possible. I understand that's probably not the quickest thing to do, but it should be pretty easy comparatively compared to, you know, even getting the game to the point where it is now, like comparatively. So that's all I'm saying, and hopefully that they're able to get good controller support, because there's numerous benefits to it. Like, you can increase the player population potentially, because of those sorts of devices will be able to be usable, and they can release it to consoles if they so choose, all sorts of things like that. So they'll be able to fund more things through the cosmetics on the store or whatever, have a high population, and therefore overall driving more sales to the store, just because there's more players, and even if the same percentage of players do interact with the store, you know, buying something, this and that, it would still result in higher revenue numbers, able to leading them to be able to you know, fund bigger and better expansions and all that sort of thing, which will be very, very handy for them, and will be really cool to see what they'll be able to do with more resources effectively. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. The sooner the better, but as long as it comes within the next 6 months-ish, like they said, it would be within 6 months of when I'm recording this, which is just before New Year's. So that's why. So if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, sub if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.